What one point can you massage on your face to give it that lift you crave? Stay tuned. We're talking facelift, reflexology style, and that's coming up next. This is the reflexology facial. I'm using the Enzyme Rescue multi-purpose enzyme mask. And so I am doing the first point. It's going to be like a 7-point acupressure facial. And so this is Sizu Kong Point. It's located in the hollow area outside of the eye. So this is like almost the temples, a little lower than the temples. So the second point, this point can be done, it can be held for 60 seconds. And acupressure is really good for the face because it increases blood supply. It's going to treat the area of the body as well that we're working on. So every area of the face pertains to an area of the body. And it's going to improve the skin metabolism and blood circulation. And it's also going to relieve facial tension. And so these points are really going to help with jowls, and it sort of wakes up the entire musculature of the face. So everything that's scaffolded from here to here is going to be woken up by applying pressure to these points in front of the ears. So it's going to help with lymph drainage and sinus drainage. I am massaging, these both points are called, but you find it by going to the corner of the mouth and coming straight up. It's kind of like right between the corner of the mouth and the tip of the cheekbone there. So it's just right here. And this feels really good. I actually started out the corner of the mouth and then I slid up. And so that's going to release more of an area. You can use your index finger or your middle finger and you can massage this area in circular motions for up to a minute. And it's going to really release that area. I start again massaging the last point, which we find, I have her open her eyes. You could draw a line that goes straight down to the pupil down onto the mound of the cheek. So we're right on top of the cheek. Let her know, like past the bridge of the nose. This helps slack muscles from appearing. And I really like this point. This helps a lot with sinus drainage because we're right on top of a lot of the sinuses here. We're right on top of those cheek muscles. But this is a point that corresponds with the lungs, I believe, and allergies. When I worked for Dermalogica, we did a lot of face mapping, which is basically Chinese acupressure. And so you can see a chart and see what area of the face corresponds to areas of the body. So they have these meridian energy flows that pass through different areas of the face and then go down to the body, ending in the feet. And this is traditional Chinese medicine. So they call it facial reflexology, but it is just meridian points on the face. And so those basic points, you can get a nice lift. These are optional points here. So these are going to be their 3 dots. So what I'm doing here is I am basically working the dot with the Anma. And so I will work the Anma in like a star figure or star formation. So basically right, left, up, down, and each diagonal over that point. And it's going to help relax that 11. And it was so funny because I was really focusing on the actual meridian point here and called the bladder point. I've heard this being called the adrenal point. Lots of different meridians, I think, come through here. But I am taking the Anma and I'm doing, like I said, a star formation over the dot, right, at the corner of her eyebrow. And what I noticed is that it really released her 11s, like better than when I'm focused on releasing her 11s. I was focusing on the energy, the acupressure point, and it just flattened so nicely. And this is the flattest I have seen her face. So, but you can do this with your fingers too. You just go in there and sort of pull at a point, pull apart like where you see the dot or where you would imagine the dot to be. And then you do circles as well, acupressure on the area, but it will flatten this area and you will feel so relaxed. So this is the liver area right there in the middle. And this is what I'm taking right at, I point to the liver spot point, and I use one of the fingers of the Anma, or actually the thumbs, to massage that out. And you can do it that way, and you see she's getting some nice circulation into that area. Or you can once again take the Anma or your Fascia tool and do that up, down, side to side, and then both diagonals movement with that dot or that pressure point being right in the middle of that star formation. And you're going to get the same result, if not better, to be honest, because I was so shocked at how well her little 11s just fell right out. I start in with the last 2 points that I'm going to show you. And these last 2 points, I don't know what they're called, but they're very good at relaxing lip lines, overly tight chin. We'll even reach to the jaw to help to start to relax that. This is very important to hold it for the entire 60 seconds. If you have a very tight, say like an orange peel sort of dimpled chin, it's very, very important to hold it for the entire 60 seconds. And so while I'm doing this, I feel her fascia sort of becoming more and more liquid with every circle that I'm doing here. I feel all those layers of fascia sort of becoming sliding with each other. They're getting lubricated and they're sliding better. And it is, I don't know how else to describe it, but it feels like just layers getting squishier and squishier as they rehydrate themselves. And it's very cool to be able to feel the sensation of like the skin becoming more hydrated from within. It's just a beautiful, beautiful feeling. I really love doing this with my older clients because, you know, our skin sort of dries out like this old sponge if our fascia gets overly tight. And so that's it. That is a facial reflexology facial. Now you can go in with some lymph drainage moves, and I've done videos on that in the past as well. And here I basically just go in and do some finishing touches with the Anma, and then I just apply some Neogenesis recovery. And then I apply the Triple C plus gold. I am just doing some extra release moves with the Anma in sort of the smile muscle, the risorius area. This gets very, just gets bubbly looking to me, gets really tight and sort of chipmunky looking. And so if we go in there and release that, it's going to lay flat. And you can probably see it on her face better here. Basically just moves that are icing on the cake. I like to go in and really work any fine lines or wrinkles, or if I still see some bubbles underneath the, where like tension in the muscles underneath the skin, I'll go in. And I'm just using I'm pulling out the remaining tension in Amy's forever tense little chin. So I could get more of that to relax too if I had done the jaws like intentionally, but I was just, we did a little bit of the jaws in that second move, that second after we did the crow's feet area. When we came along here, we were working the jaw to release it a little bit. That is how you would do a reflexology facial. Amy looks very happy. And yeah, thanks for watching. Bye now.